This body is like a cage that's going to Hawaii. This body is like a cage that's being ornamented very nicely. The body is like a cage that's getting wedded and partnered with other cages. But nobody's asking the bird that's living inside the cage, what does the bird want? Gratitude. It's a very easy topic to talk about, but very difficult to absorb. Why it's difficult to absorb? Because we are supposed to, we are trained to, we are conditioned to see what is missing in our life. We are trained. If you look at the advertisements, what do they focus on? What do you miss? If you look at the various awards mechanism system, focuses on what you're missing in life. So we are trained in childhood, the education schools, they focus on what have you missed. So in the end, gratitude becomes a very difficult thing to hold on to, because that requires you to be aware of what you've got. Becomes very difficult to be self-absorbed with the idea of gratitude. So when I think of gratitude, I am trying to go back to the Sanskrit word for gratitude. The Sanskrit word for gratitude is kritagya. And what is kritagya? Agya means to be aware. Kritagya means to be aware of what you have got. So if a person is not aware of what you have got, that's akritagya, ungrateful. And a person who is kritagya is aware of what he or she has got. Like for example, if maybe I can take a few seconds to ask you one question. Can everybody here think of 2 or 3 major achievements you all have achieved in your life? Now just go back to your childhood when you were very young and start collecting back the people or the situations or the resources because of which you have achieved these achievements. Just go back for a moment. Go back to that school teacher. If that teacher was not there, you probably would not have this achievement. Go back to the scolding of some parent. The scolding was not there, I wouldn't have been here. Go back to that suffering that came in my life that reshaped me to have this achievement today. The suffering was not there, I would not have this achievement. Go back and make the list of all the people in the world because of whom I've got this achievement. You'll realize we are so dependent on everyone else around. So dependent. And amongst everything, we are dependent on the Supreme Lord by whose arrangements we have got everything. If anybody happens to be born in a good family, you would realize you didn't go to a shopping mall to choose your father and mother. Anyone here happen to shop with a shopping cart? This is the best father I would like to choose, and this is a mother, I like this mother, I will choose and I will take birth. Doesn't happen, right? It's a gift to be in a family and have a set of parents. It's a very big gift. You just breathe oxygen for some time. Is there any man in the world who's trying to take care of oxygen in the world? No. God has created an arrangement that you have trees that are taking your carbon dioxide and they are giving you oxygen. You have to do nothing. You can just be grateful. Just imagine, to get anything done, you need other people around you. Did I create other people? Did I create these souls? Happen to be there. I can just be grateful. Forget about everything else. I cannot do anything if I don't exist. You would realize you yourself are a gift to yourself. I am myself a gift to myself. I didn't know where I came from. And at max I can thank my parents who gave me this body. We have food every day. Just imagine if someday things go to an extent where the money you pay to get the food, someone tells you, don't give us the money. I will give you that money, you till the land, you grow the food. I'll give you money. I'll give you double the money. Anyone here would like to go to and start tilling the land with the same money? I think it will be very difficult for us. So there are farmers to thank. And then there is land to thank which I did not create. And then there are seeds to thank because of which all the food is coming. And I don't even know where the original seed came. The broccoli I eat, I know the seed from which it came. But that seed came from a plant, and the plant came from a seed, and the seed came from a plant. But who gave the original seed? To which I can be grateful. So what I'm just trying to say is, there's so many reasons to be grateful. So many reasons. And if a person who's kritagya, who's aware of these reasons, just be aware of these reasons, cannot have a bad day, because behind every bad day there's so many reasons to be happy about. So I'll just end this with a very short story, a story that I'm really fond of. Very simple story, but shows so much. Story of a young girl who comes from a very, very poor family, but she's fond of chocolates and candies. So she happens to move around and she passes through a shop. And the shop happens to have a shopkeeper who's also a very, very good gentleman. So he's seeing the child who's observing the candy jar. And the shopkeeper knows this child wants these candies. And he's scanning the child and realizing maybe she doesn't have the money. And the child is hesitant. I don't want to go to the shopkeeper and ask for those candies. So the shopkeeper, is a very, very nice, gentle soul, tells this lady, this girl, hey, please come here. Do you want these candies? And the girl is looking. And she says, yes, I do want. But I have a problem. What's the problem? I don't have money. Okay, you have some money? I have no money. Can you pay later? I can't pay later. This is going to be a bad debt. You have to just give me and forget, that's all. And the shopkeeper says, don't worry. You can take as many candies as you want. So he opens up the jar and puts it in front of the girl. So girl is watching and somehow not taking any action. And this person is confused. You were so much wanting to have these candies, I'm keeping them right there. It's up to you. Just take as many as you want. Why aren't you taking? And the girl is standing. And the shopkeeper then finally, with frustration and some good amusement, picks up his own hand, puts the hand in the candy jar and gives the girl a bunch of candies to look after. The girl is very happy. And she's going back. And the shopkeeper has got this curiosity. Why didn't she take herself? She could have taken herself. What's the problem? And then he calls her back. Says, Beta, very happy that you're taking these candies from me. But can you tell me why didn't you take yourself? What were you waiting for? And the girl says, I was afraid that I may take more candies than what you want to give me. I was afraid that I may end up taking more candies than what you want to give me. And then she paused again. And she said, besides, look at my hands. So small. Look at your hands. So big. So in which case would I benefit, if I take the candies myself or if I accept your will to give me candies yourself? So what's the message here? The message here is, if someone just cultivates this attitude of gratitude and has faith, whatever I will receive is just the best for me. Whether I receive one candy from the shopkeeper or 5,000 candies, each, whatever I get will be best for me. If I can just cultivate this attitude of gratitude, it's very certain that the shopkeeper called the Supreme Lord will give us much more than what we originally were meant to have. Whatever our patra is, hand is, the Lord will give us much more if we can just cultivate this attitude of gratitude. Which is what? Very simple. The Sanskrit term, kritagya. Kritagya means be aware of what you are blessed with. Just be aware. And today is a day we can be aware of what this journey must have been. But sometimes we just meditate on what's lost in the way. we need to also meditate on what we have got along the way. So I pray everyone here can develop this idea that what can I gain if I just be grateful to all that I have. And trust me, there can't be a day in which I feel any sadness. Because if ever I am sad about something, I just have lost memory of what I've got. It's as simple as that. I've lost the memory of what I've got. So cultivating this memory is what's called gratitude. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much.